before we get into the review, look, man, support your boys. However you want to do it. Tell somebody else about Dead End Hip Hop. Make them watch a video, sit down, press play for them. That's supporting your boys. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. Or become a Patreon. That's the ultimate form of support for us. It allows us to do a lot of this dope stuff. It'll allow us to do more future dope stuff in 2020. And we got a lot of changes happening in 2020 on the Patreon page. So if you're already a Patreon, be on the lookout for that. If you're not, become one today. But back to the review. Your Old Jewelry. So this is my first intro to Your Old Droog. Like, I've never heard
anything.
What? Maybe he was like on a feature or something that, you know, but I don't.
You never listened to any of his?
Nah. I haven't. Like, he's never come across. Okay, well, everybody looking at me in disappointment.
Because it was popular at one point. It was like a thing. Like, it was like, who is this your Old Droog guy?
Yeah.
You didn't even hear about it? That's weird, bro.
That's weird.
I know that is.
That's real weird. That was a huge conversation.
It really was.
Not to be disrespectful, but it was a huge conversation for a while because people thought it was Nas.
Really? When was this?
Years ago.
Yeah.
Like 2 or
2015,
3 years
2016-ish.
He didn't
Yeah.
have no picture or anything.
Nothing. You didn't
ago.
know who he was.
He wouldn't do interviews.
Nope.
I don't even think he had a social media presence.
Nope.
He was just dropping projects out of nowhere. And people were like, oh, it's Nas doing something different under a different name. I'm like,
No, he
it
don't sound
doesn't
like Nas.
even sound like Nas.
As this first time listening, you don't think he sound like
Nah, he don't sound like Nas. He sound like a New York motherfucker.
Yeah, he sound like a New York
Yeah,
rapper. Right.
Like, you know, but he don't sound like Nas to
I still
me.
hear
I
Nas.
think. Really? How?
I don't know. It's just his diction. Like, I don't know. It's just something about.
It's New York.
I see why people were saying it. I definitely see why people were saying
I don't see why people were saying it. And this is my first. Like, he sounds like bred and born New York cat. Like, as soon as you put it on, you know what I'm saying. But he don't sound like Nas. Like, I could see like how he could have been Nas inspired. But he don't sound like Nas, like, to me. And I think for me, like, that's the biggest thing I took away from this. It's like, you know, the beats and the production on this, it really sounded like a score to like a 1960s Brooklyn movie. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that was the biggest thing I took away, because it like that sounded really dope. You know what I'm saying? To be like throwback, but kind of be in the now with your lyrics and stuff, but, you know, still giving us some of that nostalgic feeling. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to me, that was super dope. So is he Jewish?
Yes, that's what makes this album really interesting. And I don't know for a fact, but this is what I read, is that this was his first official announcement of his Jewish roots.
Yeah, because with the track Jutang, and then he also had a line where he says, some shit about anti-Semitic. I can't, you know, I'm not Mike, but it's in there though.
But he's got plenty of hints at it.
Yeah.
Jutang Forever. Right, it's all through the album.
Yeah.
And then he has Madish Yahoo on it. So, I mean, you could tell he was Jewish.
Yeah, and then what's up with so many Mac Hami? I'm not mad.
He executive produced this project.
And plus,
Okay.
they're cool.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
they're cool.
Yeah.
He's another New York dude.
Yeah, of course. And I'm not
Problem
complaining.
with Mac
No, I'm not complaining at all.
And Aleem
No.
go fucking get you, boy.
No, no, Mac hella dope. I just you know, just seeing
It
so
was
many.
weird. It was like 3 features, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. 3 features.
Yeah, so I was just like,
I didn't think it was weird. It's kind of like how Rock does with Knowledge the Pirate. That's how I saw it. You know what I'm saying? How he has him on like 3 different songs. That's how I looked at it. Is it Mac Hami or Mac Hami? Y'all know?
I've said
call
either or
Makhan.
depending on my day.
me too.
Yeah, I say Makhan.
But yeah, I think I looked at it like that, like how Knowledge the Pirate be on features on Rock's projects.
Now it was dope to see Quelle Chris with a lot of production on here. I think he gave him a dope. He gave him some dope beats, like to craft for the theme of the album.
He did.
Like he
I
did
didn't
a great
think they were
job.
like that.
Huh?
I didn't think they were cool like that. Or I didn't know that they were cool like that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either because I was like, damn, Quelle Chris. And I didn't know.
Which ones he do?
He
Shit,
did.
he did fucking Jutang.
He did
The
Jutang.
hardest joint on this
He
motherfucker.
did Jutang, Mrs. Cloutfire. He did Diamonds.
Yeah.
You think Jutang is the hardest one here?
Personally,
I know. Man, the greatest to ever do it.
that's hard too.
Man, God.
That was hard too.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's the way, because I count that as the end, because the other one's a remix or a reprise.
yeah,
but
reprise.
That was, that gender fluid line,
Yeah, Quelle Chris did that one too. He produced that
man, that was like, God damn.
What was the gender fluid
when
line?
he said I don't dress androgynous enough, and then it says something about nut on your cheek or come on your cheek. Now that's gender fluid.
I think I missed that one too.
Yeah.
I think I missed that
I'm
one
surprised
too.
you
That's
missed that
good.
one. You
No,
always
I
catch.
that was
I
good.
missed that one.
You always catch the
I
lines.
missed that one.
Yeah.
Because he won't put his lyrics up on Genius.
No, he don't.
Yeah, it's not.
Who else
I
was
don't
it?
miss
Somebody else-
Mac Homie.
Oh, that's right.
Which that's my only gripe. Cut that shit out, man. If you're not gonna let Genius put their bad interpretation of your lyrics,
Right.
then do it yourself.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I like
Exactly.
to read lyrics while I'm listening to music because I would have caught that line. I didn't catch it.
Yeah.
So
That's
I keep
funny.
listening to it. That wasn't always a thing back in the day. I mean, we had to keep listening to it until we learned the shit.
Now we have the
Rappers,
lyrics
nah.
on the inside of the covers.
Well, that
Some
too.
did.
Some did, yeah.
Rappers didn't rap like this back in the day, where they're
Yeah.
streaming words together, and sometimes I just can't pick
Yeah.
them up.
Yeah.
Like I've listened to this like crazy, and I never caught that line.
Desert
I was about to say,
Eagle.
that's
Desert
my
Eagle,
That's my
that's
shit.
yours.
That's my
That's
shit. That's my
Yeah.
shit right
That's
there.
That
That's
shit
that
cold
shit.
as hell.
When
boy.
There's the Eagle hit, I was like, "Woo, shit!"
That song
And
was-
yeah, and Mike Homie, man, like all the joints with him, all the joints with Mike Homie on it, and all the joints with Khaled Chris was like crazy. I didn't know the guy Fahim produced. I know he was.
He did
I
a bunch,
didn't
he
know
did a
that
bunch of
Yeah,
songs.
Yeah.
he did. I didn't know he did
He's
beats as
dope,
well.
too.
Yeah, I didn't know he did beats. I mean, I always thought he was.
I didn't
dope as
either,
MC.
until
yeah,
this. I
yeah,
didn't either.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
was like, oh shit, he do beats, and the beats were. I mean, they were dope beats too. I was just like, oh
So
shit.
he did more than one.
He
Yeah,
did like 3 or 4.
Yeah, he did 3.
Really?
He did
Yeah.
3 joints.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then Edan did Generations, and
Yep.
I haven't heard some Edan production in a while because I love
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
And that song was dope. Like I've never, I don't know why, but I've never really thought of Droog as a storyteller because he's very vivid
Yeah,
with his lyrics in
he is.
general.
Yeah.
But on that song in particular, it's crazy
Yeah.
how he put that story together and the way it ends. I'm like, God
Yeah.
damn, that's some depressing ass shit.
Yep.
But that song is dope, and I love the production that Edan gave him for that. It was perfect.
Yep. That one's a good storytelling joint. Stoop Kid, I think that's it.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
Stoop Kid is
it.
dope.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, he's really on his storytelling shit on this album because this is the third album he released in 2019.
Yep.
Because he released Transportations.
Damn. Yeah.
And he released the joint. I think it was on Rise List. It ain't even close. It isn't
all
even
of
close.
them are good.
And y'all
Them joints
told me
is-
I've been. So that was the thing.
Them
'cause I
joints
haven't
is
listened.
good.
I'm sorry, baby.
No, I'm just saying them, and it ain't even close. That shit almost made my mid-year 5 because I had mentioned that.
That's my favorite one out of the 3.
Oh, this is my favorite.
I think
Yeah.
this one is. I think
Yeah.
it takes. It
Wasn't
ain't even close.
man.
Yeah.
That shit.
That's
more
my second favorite.
It's dope.
This
that's
one
more
takes
my
it.
speed. It
Really?
has a more like mellow sound to it. Where
Yeah.
This is kind of dirty.
Yeah,
I like that shit, but I like that
I can
shit.
see that why you would like that one
Yeah,
more though.
yeah.
Okay,
This-
okay.
But that's why I like this one
Yeah,
more because
it's
it's so
It's
fucking
it's
like,
dirty
this
as
sounds
fuck.
like that ugly
Yeah.
side
Yes.
of New York.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Look at the
It
album
do.
cover. You got a flipped over cop car.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yo.
I mean, but look at Transportation. I mean, it's like all that shit is so.
All his shit is just-
all this shit is
Yeah.
just gritty.
Which one are you talking about, Rod? It wasn't. I haven't listened to the other two.
That's
So
what
it
I'm
wasn't
talking
even closest, the more colorful one. These
Yeah.
are like even from the color, you could tell that.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
the album cover. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy.
I meant to go back and because I
Listen to
know
that.
you guys have told me I've been missing out.
It made my
Yes.
top 10.
And when I listened to this, I was like, I've been missing out.
Bro.
So I got to go back and listen to the other two because this was so fucking good. And I like him overall as a rapper. Anyway,
Yeah.
like I said, my attention has just been elsewhere. I'm trying to
Even that
refocus
joint
this year.
was dope. Even Pax was fucking.
All his
dope.
shit is dope.
Yeah, all this shit is dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talented as fuck. I
Yeah.
didn't seriously sleep. I did not know. I just started listening to him after that conversation we had about when I didn't realize he was actually like people were actually listening to him because I thought that might have damaged him a little bit, that whole Nas thing. I didn't realize that people were actually taking him serious. So, but yeah, man, last year when I started listening to him, I'm like, man, this dude is fucking dope.
I think
Like,
people
really.
had no choice.
Oh.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think once it calmed down and people were like, stop being stupid.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
Nas.
Right.
Because Nas literally never raps like this.
Right.
Ever. Nas is dope. He's one of my favorite MCs, but he doesn't rap the way. This guy's more doomed than Nas to me.
Yeah.
100.
But past that, man, yo, Ju-Tang, I'm sorry, I gotta go back.
That's your favorite shit, right? That's your
I
favorite-
didn't know that Quelle Chris produced beats like that. Like, that beat is so fucking mean sounding. And that has my favorite lyrics on this whole shit. And weird thing is, I don't know how old Droog is, But when he had that Robert Stack line where he's like, I put Robert Stacks on your head, unsolved mysteries. I feel like only you wouldn't get it because you're too young.
Yeah.
You might get it. I don't know if you do not, but did you ever watch Unsolved Mysteries?
A little bit of it, yeah.
Like Robert Stack was the host. He's like, I'm Robert Stack. Welcome to Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah.
When that line came up, I felt like a little kid. I was like, oh God.
He said a few things like that in his album.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
saying, but
Yeah.
that one was the one that stuck. And then he had I See You, Drew. When he has a line where he said, I'm more hardcore than Black Flag. Then he says, we're like the Chrome Mags with Chrome Mags. So I was like, okay, because like Black Flag is now, you know, I don't really fuck with them like that, but they're like a legendary punk rock band. But Chrome Mags is one of my favorite hardcore bands. So when he said, we're like the Chrome Mags with Chrome Mags, bro, I had to stop the shit for a minute. I was like, man, this shit is so fucking mean.
Yeah.
He's such a fucking spitter.
Yes.
And he's confident with his flow. He's
Oh,
like,
hell yeah.
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 Like,
Yeah.
No, I've been super sleep. Super sleep. He crept with my 10 for real last year.
I liked everything on here.
What about Doom?
I thought Doom was dope. I thought that song with Doom and Mac Homie, I thought it was nice.
Yeah,
Because I like the way it made you think the beat was gonna change.
Switch,
It- and then it didn't.
The beat kind of stopped.
faded
and I was
out,
like, okay,
yeah.
they're preparing for fucking Doom to come here, and then they went back to that beat. Because when I was listening to it, I was
Yeah.
thinking when I first heard it, I was like, I don't know if I can hear Doom on this.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, because Doom does dark beats, but there's like a weird playful element to his dark stuff.
This didn't have no
This
playful
didn't have
element.
no playful elements. I was like, I don't know how Doom's gonna sound on this. Perfect, of course, because it's
fucking
Doom.
Doom.
So of course he's gonna fucking
Yeah,
kill it.
I'm
But
like,
yeah, I
man.
love that song, man.
I didn't have no urge to like skip a track where I wasn't like, I don't know, but like every joint was,
It flowed together.
yeah, it flowed
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
I'm like, and I was just thinking, I'm like, man, I think this is my favorite one that he released out in last year.
Why 3 projects this year?
He just working. I remember Brother Ali said years ago that he'll just be writing all the time. He on the train, writing. At home, just writing. I don't know if he still does that, but he probably has just like notebooks full of just raps. Tame One is like that too. I think he's just one of those kind of rappers that's just always writing.
And they all sound different. All 3 albums.
All projects sound very different, absolutely.
Which is commendable. I didn't listen to them, so I didn't know that. So hearing you guys say that's impressive within itself to be able to craft 3 different albums with 3 different sounds, and for all 3 of them to be dope. From what I'm hearing, is not easy to do. I was just wondering because 3 is a lot. 3 full-length projects, in 1 year. Like, is he trying to kind of increase his visibility?
I mean, he's kind of always done that, but it was more so with.
But it was
EPs.
kinda like-
it was more like
Right.
EPs, yeah.
Because Rock Marciano's done that before.
It was something he mentioned in the album about, I know it was something about working, but it feels like he was trying to mention something about like getting his, I don't know, I don't want to misspeak.
Because
But
the year before last, Rock dropped Rosebud's Revenge, Dark Horse, and that
And that
Girl
Chaos,
That Muggs,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I think it's just he's just that type of guy.
But so what I was gonna ask, do you think this is like a new York thing, where like obviously we have Griselda, we have Rock, now me
that's
being put on to Drug, like are like is New York really saying like, look, we here, like we're gonna put out all this work, like pay attention to us? Like, do you think that's a thing?
I can see that.
I
can see
can't
that.
because I don't think it's ever moved away from New York to the point where New York has had to come back and say pay attention to us.
I think he did.
Yeah, like
We're in 2020. It's been a really long time since New York has
Since
had to
that's-
fight for
yeah.
attention.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's really what it is, or
Yeah,
if
at this point.
you know what I
That's
mean?
you're saying.
Yeah. Sorry.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha,
Thank
gotcha.
you. Yeah, I don't know that at this point New York has to fight
Nah,
for that
I agree.
spot. I think it's just certain rappers just constantly write and are constantly rapping. Because it's not like there's that many that are doing this.
No,
He
it's just
does
a
it.
handful.
Mac Homie did it. Occasionally you can, I guess like the Griselda guys do it.
yeah, all
Yeah.
3 of them.
You know?
Yeah.
They always releasing joints.
And Rock.
Westside Gun.
And
That's
Rock's-
what I'm
Rock's
saying.
right.
Yeah.
But outside of those are the kind of guys that I would expect to just be writing.
The
all
rapper's
time.
rapper.
The rapper's
Yeah,
rapper.
yeah.
Outside of them, I don't know if this is really a New York trying to fight for its way back.
Good thing it's not watered down.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
not
that's
watered
the-
down.
yeah, yeah.
It's not throwaways.
I
It's
guess
like,
that's the most important thing. Like you can people
album.
release stuff all the time, and then it might be one good one, and these other 2 ones be like, nah.
you mentioned earlier that he was saying that he was officially saying or publicly that he was Jewish, and I just looked at the damn title. Jewelry. So I don't know. I'm so damn slow because I don't know if that was intentional.
I guess I'm slow too.
Yeah, I'm slow too.
Like it was almost like a play on words, and then the album, the content of the songs, Jutang, Babushka.
Well, I got that part.
Yeah, I know, but I just didn't. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just a Ken thing. These are the type of things we need to ask the artists. But I wonder why.
He might reply.
Huh?
He might reply. You never know.
Yeah, I wonder why now, or what was the intent behind doing that? Because and I asked because there was and I forgot what song is on, but the Black and Jews comedy bit that he put in there.
Who was that?
I don't know who that was.
It sounded like
A white guy, but I can't remember who.
I don't.
Black
Black
guy
and
that did Roxanne. Who's that?
Who did Roxanne?
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin. It started like Steve Martin.
I mean, he released it around Hanukkah. So, I mean,
okay.
it just seemed like everything lined up. But to answer your question, I don't know why he picked now to go ahead and say it. I don't know. But I mean, I don't really think about that kind of shit either.
Yeah, me neither.
You know what I mean? I don't think about if a rapper's Jewish.
Yeah, I don't either.
But it's cool that he's putting that out there. Like,
Yeah, and yeah, I do. I thought that was dope, and for him to kind of take that approach and put that out there, and then to kind of include blacks and Jews that little bit. I was trying to just think about how that, like the relation between the two, outside of the obvious stuff. But you know, is there something a little bit deeper that he was trying to convey?
Favorite tracks for me, give me Jutang, give me BDE, give me Desert Eagle, give me Diamonds, and give me The Greatest to Ever Do It.
My favorite tracks are Jutang, BDE, Desert Eagle, Stoop Kid, and The Greatest to Ever Do It.
Desert Eagle. I go BDE, Generations, The Greatest to Ever Do It. Is that 4? I need one more.
Mm-hmm.
And Jutang.
Jutang, BDE, Generations, Desert Eagle. And I'm gonna go with the title track because I actually like that one. Jewelry. Yeah.
Your old Droog, if you're watching, man, my first introduction, man. Dope. I like it. I definitely got to check out these other projects that the guys are saying, because if it's like vastly different, I'm interested to see how your style and your persona, you know, meshes with that, with the differences.
The soundscape that's kind of different. He still raps pretty
The same,
but it's the sound of it.
but even like the content.
No, the
content
content
is
is
different.
different.
The content's different. Yeah, so yeah, I'm interested to see how you know what I'm saying?
I think you'll really like the one I put on my top 10.
Which one?
It wasn't even close.
It wasn't even close. All right, cool.
Yeah, that was.
So yeah, so I definitely got to go check that one out. But nah, man, like it was a really good intro to you. Looking forward to see everything else that you do. I don't know if you're gonna have like a very busy 2020 because your 2019 seems like it was crazy. But if you do, we appreciate it, or at least I appreciate it. And I gotta catch up, man. I'm late to the game, but I appreciate the album. Good job.
Yoral Droog, if you're watching, yeah, man, really dope project. And I'm glad that we reviewed it because, you know, I've been slipping. I haven't listened to the other two. I'm definitely gonna go back and listen to it and make time to do it. But us doing it now forced me to sit here and listen to it, and it shows that I've been missing out. And I knew it because Rob put it on his top 10. But nevertheless, man, like stellar project. I mean, you've been rapping your ass off since you came into the game, and just keep doing your thing. And that's it, man. That's all I really got. Yeah, I enjoyed this a lot.
Yeah, you're a Droog if you're watching, man. Great job. I mean, I've been following you since 2014, 2015, since the Nicest EP, your self-titled EP. Like, yeah, you've been spitting. So, and the fact that you dropped 3 albums, and the fact that they all dope as hell. So, I mean, and me personally, I think this is my favorite one out of the 3 for your 2019 releases. So, I'm interested what EP you dropped this year or album that you dropped this year. Whatever you do, man, keep up the great work.
Droog, ain't really shit for me to tell you. You know this shit's dope. But I'll just reaffirm. This shit is great. I think you're putting in some serious work as far as 2019. God damn, block him, Drew. That was the cameraman. Yeah, man, as far as 2019 goes, you put in some serious work. I can't remember who said it here, but I'm not sure what your 2020 looks like because you can't do this to him again. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, man, you're really showing yourself as one of the most talented rappers out right now. And I don't use the term underrated or underappreciated often, but I definitely think as far as rappers go right now, pen game, yeah, I think you're underappreciated. So hopefully putting that much work in 2019, put some more eyes on what you're doing. But this shit is great, but I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with 2020. So yeah, dope work, bro.